Hello, everybody. I'll pop on in 1 second. I want to put this on my other phone so I can help see the comments at the same time. So just give me 1 second, y'all. And it's gonna take a minute for people to pop in anyways. I just realized that I got some comments on here. That's all. I just uploaded a video that I took a clip earlier of the tarot readings I did earlier, and I showed the new tarot cards I got in the mail. I was really excited about, and I just noticed I got some comments on them. So, but anyways, I can't really see them because I don't have my glasses on at the moment, but let me find where my live is so I can go to your channel, find the live. All right, it says I'm live. Make sure I turn it down.
Do you want me to make a list of anything?
Huh?
Do you want me to make a list of anything?
I'm
not going to need it.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me turn on my camera. Hi. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? This light is a little bright. Let me see if I can switch it a little bit.
Oh, John's here.
Hey, Joy. How you doing, sweetheart? How's everybody doing? Hi, Valerie. How you doing? You know what? I was wondering. I'm like, you know what I noticed? If I do a live, I don't need these on. These are, I'm probably screaming. These are connected to my iPhone. She asked if we're still have plans tomorrow. I got to tell her yes now because I will forget later. Not that she won't still be up because she will be, but I'm going to tell her that I'm live too. I am live. Come on YouTube. I can't tell if I got spelt right. I could just put my glasses down so I can see, right? I'm wondering if, Mom, let me know if I skip out of here, if you guys can still see me or not.
Okay.
I'm going to go to a different, I'm going to go on Facebook and see if I can post this link, my live link. Can you still see me?
I can still see.
Okay, cool. So I started a YouTube channel and I added a few people to it, and I had a whole bunch of people, like, I don't know, I probably got almost 200 people that joined it. I just started it yesterday. But, oh, hold on. Let me click the live. But none of them that joined it. Started it
sugar.
Yesterday.
You turned yourself
But,
on?
yeah. But the thing is, I didn't want you guys to hear me talking. But the thing is, none of them actually joined. Jody just tried calling me. But what was I saying? See, I can't talk and do one thing at a time. I'm freaking airhead. I went on Facebook to, holy shit, I got 10 million messages. All these people are going to think I'm ignoring them. I do this all the time. So anyways, I'm getting ready to go onto the Facebook page that I made to let people know that I'm live on YouTube right now. And like I said, a whole bunch of them. Hold on, I'll let you know 1 second how many people joined the live. Oh, sugar, what the hell is it called? Okay, it's called this. Yeah, let me tell you how many people joined already. All right. I have 105 members. All right. Like I said, I literally just started it yesterday. And nobody from there, they all liked everything or whatnot. But nobody from there, I don't think they know much about YouTube to know you got to go in there and subscribe. I'm hoping. Oh, wait, I just copied my own thing. Crap. So I want to try to see if I can let them know on Facebook, Jesus Christ, to let them know that I'm live right now.
Oh, Rhonda's here.
Live now. Come join me. Come join me. Yay. All right. Let's see now if I can push the link down on here. Why is it not letting me hit
join us?
Paste? All right. I think I just posted the direct link to the live for people so they can come on in. All right. Now let me get back to the StreamYard. Hello again. So, how you guys doing? Hey, Kathy Whalen, how you doing?
Rhonda.
Oh, hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Hi, Levid. Yeah, so I say, oh, hey, Joy. Oh, look, see, they're already getting to know you, Mommy Dearest. Oh, yeah, you changed your name, too. Hey, Mallory, how you guys doing? Yeah, I didn't know how many people will end up showing up on here tonight because YouTube will only send out a notification once a day.
Your hair looks nice this evening.
Oh, thank you. I haven't washed it. It's still greasy as hell. Remember I said earlier this morning that I have to do my roots? Can you see that down if the lighting's in here better? I think I'm going to go back to pink.
It looks good.
Rhonda and Kathy and all them, they're in here. I know them in real life. They know what my hair looks like, pink and purple and blue. But I think when I had blue in it, I had it in the stripes with the purple. Oh, Jody, I'll let you know. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad you came. I'm glad. I know you have a channel too. I'm pretty sure. I think I've seen it before. So anyways, so anybody that's new here, let me put up my banners. Anybody that's new here knows that, well, it's 5 hours doing a live earlier today because I was doing tarot. And Tuesday evenings, I do paranormal talk. So anybody that's been here in the evening before knows that it's evening my time. I know I have a few people in here that are from out of the country. So it's like in the middle of the night for them or first thing in the morning, like 3 in the morning or something for some of them. Oh, you have 3? Oh, good God. So what we do tonight is, so if you have, my kitties, so if you have a paranormal story that you like to share, because that's what we talk about, and it doesn't matter what kind it is, it's a judgment-free zone. So some people, hey, Debbie, how are you? How you doing? Hey, Kendra, oh, I'm glad to see you back. I'm glad to see you back. Yeah, this is a little more lighthearted for me. I kind of like it because I get actually sit back, chill, and talk with people. So anyways, so if you have it, like say if you have a paranormal story, I'll drop my link in a second, and you want to share, it's a judgment-free zone. Nobody's going to judge you and say that, you know, what you're saying isn't true, because some people are kind of shy or embarrassed to share their experience that they had. And so that's why I say it's a judgment-free zone. People talked about some stuff in here already. Mama, can you try to, there's like a horrible glare. Can you see if you can unplug that one, see if that works?
Unplug this?
Yeah.
Or just shut it off?
No, not that one. That one. Yes. Yeah.
That's not that one.
No, that one's for the chandelier. So anyways, yes, you see how much brighter it is now than it is during the day? Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm turning down some of the lights. And then during the day, you would think you need less lights. No. You need more. Yeah. So anyways, oh, everybody, look, everybody's saying hi to Mama Dearest. So you guys could share anything. I don't care if it's a UFO story, a Bigfoot story. People talked about some of their experiences last week that they probably normally wouldn't share with people because they don't want them to judge. But we're not going to judge here. You could just have questions. Sometimes we have experiences and we don't understand what it is or what happened. So it's just a time for us to chit chat and share some groovy stuff in a judgment-free zone. And then maybe I can help you with whatever questions you have. So, and some people are shy, okay? As you see, obviously I'm not. I'm here on YouTube. So some of you guys are shy. So if you want to like write up something that happened with you that you want to share, and you have me read it for you, your experience, like you have a story to share and but you're a little shy to come up on here. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. And I'm glad you came tonight too. So, anyway, so if anybody wants to come up here and talk here, I'll drop the link now and talk about the story. You can. You do not have to leave your camera on. The only thing I do ask is that when you come up, before I let you join me up here, that I do have to see your face. Nobody else will see it. I do. And the reason is because a lot of people are making fake accounts pretending they're people that you know. Or some people will come up here and as soon as you let them come on live, you'll get porn bombed. And then I'll have to quickly delete it, which isn't fair because I'm new. I need like 4,000 hours before I can ever get monetized. and 1,000 people. I'm not near either one of those. So I have like 400 hours. But anyhow, so before I get to, and you do anything, I don't want to have to delete it and lose those hours that people might have watched already. You know what I'm saying? That would really set me back and I would suck big time. And I don't want to get banned from Facebook either because somebody shows up here and shows a little wiki ticky. Nobody's interested in that. Hey, Betty, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Jennifer said her father passed, but never left.
Oh, really? Is he still in your home? Jenny, does he stay with you in your home? Or you just feel him all around? He might have crossed over. His thing is, see, people get confused too. They think that if you pass away and if you feel them around you all the time, that they might not have crossed over. It truly could just be that they just come and go. They can come and go. Just like we walk in and out a door, they can walk in and out too all day. And they don't stay with us all the time. They bounce. I mean, let me tell you, when I pass away, I'm going to be nosy on my grandchildren, my children. I'm going to be bouncing all over the place. I'm going to know every little thing about them ever, possibly. I'm going to haunt the hell out of them. I really am. I'm already a nosy mama, so they should expect it.
To help my mother-in-law.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Jenny. Yeah. Yeah. She said that they stay to
help.
Yeah, they stay to help my mother-in-law. Betty, I had to leave today. My stomach and kidneys have been hurting all day. Oh, sweetie, don't play with that. Don't play with that. I've had kidney stones before, many, many years ago, and that is truly no joke. And yesterday I wasn't doing good at all. I think I had, it's happened before. I think I had some cysts burst, and that I was in a lot of pain yesterday. It's no joke. And that explains why, because it happened the same time last time. I have problems with my spleen and liver. And last time this happened years ago, just before it did, my spleen and liver was hurting really, really bad. And sure enough, a couple days before, my spleen and liver were hurting really bad, and it's still sore today.
Rhonda, you do it now, so why should that change?
You do it now, so why? Oh, yeah, that's right, because me and Rhonda had plans yesterday, and I had to cancel on her. So we're getting together tomorrow. Oh, wait, I got something in here that's digging in. Ta-da, my little pocket, my lighter. My lighter I use for candles and smoking tobacco. Her name was Amber. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
Live streaming.
You mind us an event room? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know what event room is. Can you tell me what it is? Just explain to me where it is, what I'm going to do. I'm still, just so they know, wherever you stream me to, I'm very new at this. So I'm not an old pro with this whole YouTube stuff. You don't know what is, honey. Oh, the vent room. Hey, Kendra. How you guys doing? How'd you guys know I was going to be on today? Because I know YouTube doesn't let you know more than once. An event room and was going to live stream you so everyone could see you. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't have anything definitely planned, so whatever happens, happens. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think somebody mentioned it before another time, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I've heard of it before. Oh, you did get a notification? Okay, because I know usually they only notify once a day. Maybe because you're a new subscriber, they wanted to be nice. All right, thank you. Thank you, Amber. I remember your reading. It was absolutely devastating. I hope you all know I'm not doing tarot right now because I did that earlier for 5 hours. It wasn't 6 hours this time, so I'm not going to complain. You did get a notification? Oh, that's awesome. If I, Jenny, if I find out you have a live, I can set a reminder in my calendar. Okay, so what I do is, Jenny, like I'm going to book some more for this week. Like I'm going to read Oracle just to make it a little lighter, and I don't have to stay online for 5-6 hours again. So I'll pull a couple Oracle cards on Thursday. But what happens is so when you go on YouTube and you subscribe to somebody, there's a little bell. See if you're ever going to chat and they'll say, ring that little bell. and make sure you click all, so that way you can get notified. So you'll get sent a notice that they're going live. All right, or either that, you won't be able to see me unless you happen to see it because I set the reminder, or you happen to click the live thing to see everybody that's going live. So that's why a lot of times they'll say, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell. And that's the reason why they tell you to ring that bell. And so people can know. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the comments without glasses. Well, I'm glad some of you guys got a notification anyways. And I'm going to start putting up more videos too. So I did drop the link. Let me drop it again. So if anybody wants to come up, you don't have to show your face. I just got to see your mug for 1 second. And I'll be nice and give you a minute to make sure your camera's turned back off. Unless you want to be shown. If you don't mind people seeing you, that's fine. But some people are shy, you know what I mean? Oh, what's an angel number? Yeah, because I know another creator does it. So it's when they give you a number, you look it up on Google and it'll give you a message from an angel. I just heard about it too. I've never heard about it before. I just learned about it myself. So say if I give you number 176, 176 really did pop on my head. So anyways, you can go and Google angel number 176 and you'll get a message for that day. But I did. I literally just learned about that.
Oh.
So does anybody want to have a story to a story to share? Usually the first person coming up seems a little, nobody wants to be the first one. But I haven't had done live yet, and I'm still new at it, that nobody hasn't ended up coming up to share. And just so you guys knew, I do smoke. So if my camera gets shut off and I say I'm taking a break, I'm sitting right here talking to you guys. I just don't. If you're not a smoker, I don't want to be disrespectful and have you watch me smoke.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, so come on, you guys, start talking about your experiences. Every week I come in here and I start off for the first 20 minutes talking about myself.
Talk about paranormal.
That's what I'm saying. No, I do. We talk about paranormal the first few minutes before somebody comes up here. I've been having wacky dreams and now crap, I forgot about it. Oh, wait. Yes, I know what it is. I don't know if Debbie says what is still in here. No, it wasn't her. No, I think it was you, Joy. I think it was you. Are you the one last week that came up here and talked about the guy that looks like what the hell is it from that show? The Wild Coyote guy, and he came in your room and you couldn't move or anything, and he was like over you.
Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah, I think it was Wild Coyote. I had freaking dreams of that twice. I had dreams of him coming in. And I think I was visualizing it the same way that it happened to you. Like when you said it to me, the story, how I was pitching your room and everything was how I was visualizing it. But twice, yeah. I don't know what the hell you did to me, but it stuck in my head. Was it you, Joy? Was it you? But I had dreams about it. Twice. Well, nothing big. Nothing really happened in it. I don't know if it was just a memory or what. But it was like they came in too. Except they were sitting, floating like Indian style. Staring.
She said, yep, the critter, yep.
Yeah. I had a dream about him twice in there. But like it didn't do nothing to me. He was like sitting there like, Indian style floating like this.
Wait a minute. Is she the one? Did she change her name, Joy?
No.
Okay.
That's the same name. Got any other stories to share, Joy? So you guys are quiet. What? Come on, y'all. Don't let it in. I know how to let it out, though. It didn't do anything. If it did, it might have honestly been because you said something about it and it related to an experience that I had. So that might have been why, just that connection. But it was hovering. It was hovering in my room, on my bed. Actually, I was sleeping on the couch and it happened in my room. That's why I think it was just a memory, your memory in my sleep. Betty, you still in here? Do you got a story to share? Shell share, shell shock. You guys are really quiet. Come on, you all talk. You guys are not usually this quiet right away. Oh, sorry, you hear the sirens.
Major.
Yeah. And I put down the shade like that was going to make a difference. All right, Mom, let's think of a story we can share then. Maybe we'll get their brains thinking. Something we haven't shared with them.
She said it growled at me.
It growled at you? No, it didn't growl at me. I remember you saying it growled at you, though.
Joy.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying that it growled at you. It didn't mean, like, literally, I just seen it in my dream. It was just sitting there hovering. Like if I was sitting here, it was like right there on the right side of me. Just staring. There's no part 3 to your story. I'm still waiting for a picture, though, Debbie. It's too late and cold to walk. Y'all, listen, I'm an airhead. I'm lost. Big storms brewing here. Yeah. Joy, are you the one that just said, just before I started the live, that you have a tornado warning? You don't remember any paranormal stories that you could remember? I have lots. My mother and I are paranormal investigators for many, many years. So we have a lot of experiences, and plus my own experiences. Like this place is haunted. We've had things happen here. Well, I don't want to say haunted, but now that I see spirit all the time, I don't like saying a place is haunted because to me, it's spirits everywhere. It's everywhere you go.
They can talk about spirits they've seen, not just paranormal.
Yeah. Well, that's in that same category. That's what I already was saying.
Tell them about the seance you had here.
The seance I had here.
And everything that showed up, aunts, uncles, whatever.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we had a seance here before, maybe a couple times. So many years ago. Now, we do seances now all the time at church, but I wasn't a reverend then. Okay. So around Halloween every year, we have a seance at our church. Well, years ago, I heard about a seance. It was right after we did it. And this is when we're really deep into our paranormal stuff too. Not haunted, but active.
Yeah, spirits.
Oh. Yeah. No, I'm talking here, Rhonda. So anyways, the seance at the church so everybody can communicate with their loved ones, and they hope they get a message for them. So basically it's mediumship, and we put like a circle of protection around, because if you open up yourself up for good, it's like a prayer to pray to make sure nothing negative or icky comes in. So the reverend at the time said, make sure you don't do this at home. Anybody that says that to me, make sure you don't do it. Guess what? Iris is going to do it. So anyways, we planned the seance. We had some family members come, and we had a seance here in my kitchen, like right where we're sitting now. a couple times. And we had a whole bunch of family and stuff come through. And so my mother snitched on me when we went back to church. It says, remember when you told us not to do what you do, well, she did it. My mother told.
Well, it was sassy.
Blamed it on me, and she was right here with me
I
doing
didn't do it.
You're right here with me. You're talking and everything going on. Yeah. But it was just family and stuff that came in. It came in. It was funny. And I think that was about the time, this was years ago, and I think this was about the time my grandfather kept coming to me on my father's side. And he wasn't really such a good person when he was alive. So, and he kept trying to communicate with me.
He was.
Yeah. And I didn't want him to bother me. And I was mad at him. So I didn't want him communicating with me at all. And it took me a couple of years to forgive him, even in the spirit realm. Listen, I don't even know this guy, and I was mad at him. Okay. But he wasn't the nicest person, but he passed away different, if that makes sense. Okay. But he did really bad things when he was younger and went to jail for it. So anyhow, so I ended up going to see this same one that told me not to do don't try this at home. And of course, I'm going to do it. So anyways, so she's the one I had a reading done with her shortly after this experience. And she said, your grandfather is trying to talk to you. And she was like showing me the Navy and the water and stuff, and to signify that, to relate that, because my father was in the Navy, he was in the service. So let me know that's coming from this side, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, he wants you to forgive you, and I'm like, oh, all right. I know who you're talking about. And it took me a while before I forgave him to let him in my life. But, I can, but I don't see a link. Oh, okay, Jenny, hold on a second. It might have scrolled up by. I can do it again. See, this is what happens. I talk and I ramble. This is how I am in real life. I ramble on and I don't pay attention to anything. And then once in a while I'll be like, oh, squirrel. So this is Jenny's first time up here. All right, so Jenny, listen, I can fit up to 10 people on here because so many people can come up here at one time and we can all chit chat and whatnot. We just can't talk over each other because nobody else will be able to understand. So when I drop the link, Jenny, and you grab the link and come up, I just have to see your face for a minute. And if you're on your cell phone, it might make you give permission to use your camera and mic and stuff. But if you use your laptop, it should let you right up. Actually, what I'm going to do is, to make sure everything goes smoothly, let me turn off mine also. I can still talk just to make sure everything goes okay. And I can see when somebody comes up. Also, if you wanted to come up here and show a message or whatever and not come on here, I have a back chat too, so you can talk in the back chat also. And that's a private chat. So we'll give Jenny, it's her first time, and I know it takes a minute. So just so you know, also, if you come up on here also to talk, not only do you have to see your face, you have to shut off whatever YouTube device you have on, because you'll get an echo from the background noise. Oh, Kendra, I belong to a pagan spiritualist church. I'm a reverend at a pagan spiritualist church. That's why it's at a church. I probably should have clarified that. And so everybody basically dropped dead on the floor. Like, what the hell? Yeah, it's going to take her a minute to figure it out. It did me my first time. I was so nervous. And they kept saying, hello, you coming up? But I was panicking because I didn't think it was smooth. But honestly, if you do it for a laptop, it takes 2 seconds. So you should be able to click on that link that's right there.
Your video went dead.
I shut the cam off. You should still be able to see me talking.
No.
See, watch. Blah, 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 blah. See the thing moving? Yeah, that's it. I shut my camera off.
But you're not.
No, listen. If I'm talking, you'll see a little gray square around it. Yeah. You don't see the other chat, honey. No, you're right here. See the link I dropped?
Click on that.
Click on that link, honey. So right in the chat, let me see if I can show you on my phone. Let me turn on my camera real quick. All right. So, I have to put the passcode in it. I didn't even have it on.
No wonder.
All right. You see right there? Click on that I put right up above. That's me dropping the link, and you just got to click on that link. Paranormal people don't like me to go with them because if I feel something bad, I send it away. LOL. They want to talk to it. Just for a minute so we can verify who it is. Then you tell them to kick rocks. I do it. No, honestly, I've gone to paranormal investigations and I have somebody near me yicky, and I'm like, don't freaking touch me. I don't say freaking though. I'm very stern. Do not touch me. You got to set your boundaries.
Gotcha.
My mom's doing well. She's here with me. How could she not do well?
OMG.
She said, OMG. Do you see it, Jenny? I think she's still trying to figure it out.
Oh. Let me see if it works.
Tata Chip, do you have a story you want to share? Do you have a story you want to share, my love? I mean, if you guys are up here, that means you must have something to share. You have something up here that kind of got your curiosity going. Rainbow, LOL. Yeah, you know. You know what you know.
Can't come up because I have to cook dinner right
now. Wait a second. That's a very good excuse. But you're listening. But do you have a story you want to type in to share? You guys are quiet. I really think it's because I might have to change nights. I really do think I probably have to change nights because it's very quiet in here. It's very quiet, actually. There's not as many people. And sometimes it takes them a little bit before they notice, too, that other people are on here. Listen, like the one time they asked if they can stream it somewhere else, the vent room. I'm not even sure what the vent room is. The one time they asked to share it onto another stream, don't you know it's going to be quiet and nobody's going to talk or come up on here? So, all right. So let me think of some stories. I seen my aunt. All right. I said this is my very first live, but I don't think none of you guys are on here. So when I was like 10, my aunt passed away and I seen her the night she died. I was babysitting. Yes, that's right. You heard. I was 10 and I was babysitting. The kids were in bed sleeping. My mom and my uncle, they were sad and depressed with her best friend. I was watching her best friend's kids and they went to have a drink at the bar. But anyways, about 1:00 in the morning, I'm watching HBO. See, this is why I liked to go in her house because we didn't have cable and she had HBO. So I was able to put it on HBO and watch whatever. So I thought I was cool because I can watch HBO. And, well, anyhow, while I'm sitting there watching TV on the right side in the corner of the room, I saw my aunt Spirit, from the waist. She was like in the corner of the room, like, hold on, I'll turn my camera on real quick. Hold on, I'll show you. Kind of. Oh, hold on. Let me highlight this comment so I can read it. I just thought how my bed beside my weird lower, like someone got in. I always thought it was my dog, but who knows? No, that's probably true. That probably really did. My grandma still will touch her feet and stuff. Like she's touched your feet, right? Yeah, shakes your toes. And I've had that happen to me when I've laid in bed. And but anyway, so the night my aunt passed away, and I was young, and I seen her. It was like from the waist to the head, but hanging upside down, and her arms are out, going, "Help me, help me!" And I'm a kid. I'm confused. I don't know. She looks gold to me. She doesn't look like we do. She looks like spirit, but gold, and I've never seen that before. And the only thing I can think of is because she didn't cross over yet. But anyhow, I got up to reach for her, and just when I did, she disappeared. But I guess when I had talked to her daughter, who was my cousin, said that she came to her that night also, but she didn't look the same way as she did to me. And then she came to me one other time, like shortly after that, at the edge of my bed. And then I had a dream about her a few years ago, saying, because my oldest daughter has some issues, saying that she was there to help her and guide her. I had somebody get in bed and cuddle me on my birthday one year. Oh, Rhonda, I remember you telling me about that. I know something's with me. I feel them come on my bed. Oh, Kathy, actually, Miss Whalen, did you want to come up here? I'm dropping a link again. You have to come up here. You got to tell them that time we decided to turn on the box and we seen the green orbs and all that other stuff. And the time we did the birthday candles for your mom, and nobody was near the candles, and how the wind blew them back when we said, blow out your candles, and all the candles went. And the thing is, like, a lot of people don't want to believe they have those experiences either. They want to, like, oh, it's just my imagination. No, that's not your imagination. Honestly, I can tell you, I can see your loved one, right? And how do you think I see your loved one? First, I envision them right behind you. And they almost look I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, Kathy, that was quick. All right. I see you. Do you want to turn off your camera or leave it on? Like at the bottom, it should say stop cam. Or you can come up. Did you just want to come up? You see the private chat there? You can type in there if you want. Or I'm just going to let you come up and everybody's going to see you. What the hell? She disappeared. Scared her. Kathy, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come back. Come back.
She's on somebody else's page. It was just her spirit.
Oh, there she is. She's here again. All right. Did you want to leave your cam on? Shake your head yes or no. Okay. Cool. Hey, Kathy.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. So anyways, let me take down this iris thing here.
Jennifer said I hit allow.
You hit allow?
Oh.
Yes, you have to hit allow. You're probably doing it from your phone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not you. I was talking to Jenny up here because she was trying to come up too, but she hasn't made it yet. If you're on your phone, it's a little bit more difficult. Like you have to hit allow for your camera, allow for I think your microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Jenny. There's Jenny. All right. Jenny, do you want to leave your camera on? Okay. You just have to make sure. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? You just have to make sure you have your yeah, I don't hear no background noise. You guys are smart. You turned off your YouTube. Yeah.
I have the TV on mute.
Oh,
so.
Good. Yeah, because then you'll hear it. It sounds very weird, especially to the people listening, because you'll be hearing us twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me take off this one banner here.
Now we can see Kathy's lovely face.
Thank you.
Oh, there's Kathy.
So, Kathy, you're coming up for Easter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is Hannah coming?
She doesn't know what she's doing yet, but she's trying to.
Oh, okay. Rob picked up the ham today. That's what we got so far. He got a spiral ham and a regular ham.
Okay.
Right.
Let me know if you need me to bring anything.
Huh?
Let me know if you need me to bring anything.
Okay. Joy, you just got to wave. I need to see something real quick. Oh, there you go, sweetie. You can turn off your camera if you want. All right.
Just that cornbread you make.
The cornbread.
Yep.
And who do you think taught her how to make it?
You?
Yeah.
You never make me any.
She said the cornbread. I think she's talking about did you make it or was it me? The cornbread with the cream corn and stuff?
You.
Yeah.
I made it too, but you want the cream corn?
Yeah, I think she was talking about that cornbread.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make it.
All right. Cool. Good.
And coquito.
Huh?
And coquito.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Leo made a little too thick last time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
It was
else
like
is up too,
plop,
Jenny.
plop. Yeah, Joy's up here. She's the one that had me dreaming about her little creature friend.
Jenny's up there.
And Jenny's up here. Yeah, Jenny.
Oh, I don't
She
see
sells
Joy.
Color Street also. Jenny, you got your Color Street nails on?
No, not today. I'm in between nails.
No, that's fine. I need to take mine off. They look like a hot mess. I still have Kathy's from Valentine's.
And Jody still has your
You
stuff.
live in Florida, right? You live in a nice warm state. Is that where
Joy?
you live?
Me?
No, you, Jenny, Texas.
I live in Navasota, Texas.
All right, yeah, Texas. I knew it was somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been warm here today in Connecticut. So did you want to talk to you about what was your grandfather?
My father-in-law is always here. He stays with my mother-in-law. A lot of times he sits in bed beside her or rocks in the chair. But I don't think he's the only one here because randomly I've seen other people walk around the house or like a shoulder and a white shirt right at the hallway wall, and that's the only thing I see.
Did you say a shoulder or a soldier?
Just the shoulder and the arm.
Oh, really? Maybe they're shy.
And then random appliances will just turn on. Sorry, Dante fell.
So
It's
it
okay,
sounds like somebody is just trying to get your attention.
Yeah, because I have
feel-
unplugged appliances that turn on.
Yeah. So like what kind of appliances turn on?
The shredder, the mixer,
Oh,
the
wow.
light above the sink. It confused the heck out of him one day because the light just came on and he looks at it and he points, it's mama, light.
Aw. Aw.
So he has noticed it because
Yeah.
I was on a phone call with Jody and she saw it too.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's very cool. So when you see them, like what kind of feelings you get from
It
just
depends on what they're feeling. Like if they're feeling a feeling really big, like anxious or mad or whatever, I can feel their energy and sometimes it makes it hard to breathe.
really?
Dante, please don't do that.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have the feeling is it hard for you to breathe unless because of the anxiety. But if it's yicky, that means you probably need to cleanse your house.
It's not a bad feeling because I've been able to get rid of the bad spirits.
Oh, good. Good.
Right now, it's just the ones that I've hopefully invited.
Yeah.
It's just not all of them will let me see them. It's like my mother-in-law, she will move things or will cough. She will sit in my mother-in-law's chair and rock, and all I see is the rocking and hear her coughing. So I know who it is, but she never lets me see her.
Oh, but you know what? She's letting you know she's there, and that's still a gift.
Oh, yeah. I love that she comes by to see us. I love that he's here to help her through this hard time of life right now because of all the craziness that's happening in our family.
Yeah. Wow. So all right. So when we say we see spirit, you don't always physically see them. Not always. Like I can talk to spirit. I can see spirit. Like, I can like communicate with you if you wanted me to connect with a loved one, and I can, tell you what they look like or what they're doing or whatever. For some reason, when I see them, I always see them in their prime. Like that's how they want to be shown. But anyhow, but the thing is, I don't physically see it. Like I don't physically see a ghost standing right behind you. I might see the silhouette of the shadow and my third eye sees the rest. That's why I say it's very important not to think that it's your imagination. It's because it's spirit trying to communicate with you, whether it's a flash, a vision, or something. So when people say they see spirit, they don't always necessarily see a spirit right dead in front of them. They might see part of it, and then they use their mind to see the rest. That's why don't think your mind is playing tricks on you, because it's true.
I know they're there. My mom and dad said that they would be there and I would find them.
Yeah.
It's just, if you happen to get any communication from my dad or my mom, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to see or talk to them.
Yeah. It's a lot harder to communicate and see your own family. It really is. It is. I mean, I probably could connect with them one day, but probably not tonight. Because
I'm not saying you have to tonight. I'm just saying if you see Greg or Annette, just let me know.
I will. Yeah, we'll have to talk one day. Yeah, see if I can connect.
That would be great.
And you guys can stay up here the whole time. It doesn't matter. Like you don't have to say like, "Oh, I'm done. Goodbye." You can stay. So, Kathy.
Okay.
So, do you still see Brian or feel Brian around you and stuff?
Yeah, I think he takes things and hides them in the house on us.
That sounds like him.
Yeah.
That's something he
and they
would have
don't
done
show
when
back
he was
up.
alive
So.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm saying that's what he would have did when he was alive too.
Yeah.
He's letting know.
And then
I'll
I
let you know
feel-
I'm here. This is missing.
Yeah. We've done the remote missing. We've gotten a fresh cart that's gone missing. Just a whole bunch of stuff just keeps
Oh,
going
wow.
missing.
Yeah, like
And-
especially a remote. Like, why the hell would a remote disappear? Yeah.
Exactly. And then it shows up 2 days later in the floor right in front of the chair. Like,
Right in front of you. Yeah, like usually it's like right, like how there's no way I missed that. Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
Especially when
Yeah.
Leo sits there daily.
Yeah. So let's talk to them because it's been a while, so I only remember bits and pieces. Remember the time we decided, were we using the ghost box? And I don't remember why. It was me, you, and Brian, and we decided to do it one night. And
Yeah.
then we both seen like 2 green orbs come into the room, and we both see them at the same time coming
Yep.
into the room. And then I don't remember everything exactly, but we can hear talking, but we caught it on the audio. And it sounded
Yep.
like somebody was around the corner repeating what we were saying so someone else behind them could get the message. Like, it was weird how it
Yeah,
was
like
happening.
they were in the kitchen and you couldn't go beyond your little hallway.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could tell by looking at my house, like it's like one part of my house is up higher than the other. So for us to go to the back part bedrooms and the bathroom, Kathy knows you have to take a step down, and you can see that's the newer and older additions to the house. You know.
I've
So
also seen the cowboy in your house.
Yep. And Ayana's seen the cowboy.
Yep.
And me and Amy have both seen a guy. He didn't have a cowboy hat on or nothing, but he had like flannel jeans on, the belt buckle. And I think that's the same. And Joby described him the same way. So I think that's the Gilbert guy or whatever he used to talk to when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was here. And I think that might be the same one that whistled to Ayana in the bathroom when she was taking a shower.
Probably.
Yeah. So do you remember why were we playing? Were we playing with the ghost box, or we were just talking?
We decided to do something because you had gotten my mom, and then you wanted to try to see if we can get anybody else, and we got Grandpa Bill, my mom, and I can't remember if there was somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the thing with the ghost box that a lot of paranormal investigators use ghost box, which obviously we did too. And the thing is, I don't really think you don't know who you're getting through to come through. It's not that it doesn't work, but it's not. People got to realize when you bring it to an investigation, they're like, "Oh, I got an answer. I got such and such." But that could be any spirit coming through, any spirit. That's not what's going on just in that house. It's loved ones coming through. It can be a spirit walking down the street. Like, spirit are beacons to energy. So if they know somebody's gifted, they're going to come to them. Like, I've had spirit come to my house that, they belong here, but they want to be helped cross over. Maybe they just know because I can see them. They want, they want to communicate with people just like we like to communicate with people. So, I have spirit like popping in out of my house sometimes. The same way with the ghost box. You don't know what you're getting. So I didn't really like using it in investigations as evidence unless it absolutely pertained to that event, which happens, but most of it has to go out the window. Like, we use it to when we did the Peddler, and it kept asking for my mother. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, no spirit at the Yankee Peddler is calling for my mom.
Yeah.
Loved ones coming through that was trying to communicate with my mother.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about a ghost box I don't like. So it's kind of a cool, fun thing to play with, but don't take it legit,
Yeah.
And you still have to go back and listen to the audio to pick up what you couldn't hear with the naked ear.
Yeah. And then we also told it that if there was somebody here to turn on the computer, and they did.
That's right. That's right. We said if somebody's here, turn on the computer. We were in the next room. And yes, it was in the dining room. The light was off because you wanted get that creep vibe, so you turn off all the lights. And we did say, that's right. We did say if anybody's in here, turn on the computer. Don't you know it? That computer turned right on.
Yeah. And you had to push it.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. You had to push a button or move the mouse for it to go on too.
Yeah, because it was the old thing that you would have to turn it and then click for it to click on. So there was no reason, like it should not have just, it's not made like the mouse is today where it wakes back up, like you had to move it, click.
Yep.
Optimistically cynical. I took my son to the park, and when we got home, we found his goldfish dead, which is a tough situation for any parent. You know that is. And how do you explain auto-erect asphyxiation to a 4-year-old?
Autoerotic.
Oh, that's a
That's
tough one. No, that's tough. No, that is tough. That's very tough. I don't really know. I'm a blunt parent anyways. I would say, oh, the fishy must have been sick. Let's bury it. We have a pet cemetery in my backyard. I'm not even kidding you, right, Kathy?
Oh yeah.
I said it's a joke.
They said it was a joke.
Yeah.
Never mind, that was a joke. Okay. I was trying not to be rude. It's like, oh, I don't know. Thank you for clarifying that. No, I didn't. It was kind of shocked me because it's goldfish dead. How you explain it to the kid? And I went, wait a second. Let me read. Autoerotic asphyxiation to a foot. I read it, but really wasn't paying attention to the words. Oh my God, you're absolutely hysterical. Can't you see how much I have bleached my hair? I have completely burnt some cells in there somewhere. Like, but thank you for that. Yeah, so y'all know one live I have to do something dingy. Everybody knows, like, I'm an airhead. Something wacky is going to happen. Yeah. Thank you, Debbie. So I was reading it and I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about goldfish for? So I read it, but wasn't really paying attention to it. And then, yeah, so when I reread it, I'm like, you are a freaking moron, woman. How do you not understand that?
That's like trying. I think it's easier to explain ghost dogs to a kid.
Yeah. The fish forgot to undo the belt. All good, Dixie? Oh, okay. Oh, Dixie, it was you with the tornadoes. I couldn't remember which one it is. So did any hit in your area? I know you said there was a tornado warning. So I'm glad you're all safe then. And everybody, please send prayers to the families and the people that got hurt today in New York City. Poor New York City. I was thinking this earlier. I'm like, New York, I swear there's some yucky energy around New York City. And I wish like a bunch of group of people can get together and just bless the whole city. Like they need a good cleansing. And I don't think there's enough sage to do all of New York City. But honestly, it'd be nice if people went up there and started seeing what they could do about cleansing up the city. Sending some good vibes and love and light to them. They really need it. So Joy.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, you tell me the story and I had dreams about it.
I got another one.
Do you? Oh, good. Good.
I didn't want to speak over anybody, so I just stayed quiet.
No, I figured.
Well, I'm a retired nurse and first responder.
Yeah.
And I still volunteer, but because we live way out in the woods and people need help. But I have been to many wrecks where a person was pronounced dead at the scene.
Yeah.
And I saw them walking down the road 5 minutes later.
Really?
And I'm not the only one. Most of the time I'm the only one, but I have recently come across somebody who's seen it too. But I've also, when I worked in the hospitals, when a patient passes over and the family is in there, with the person, waiting for the funeral home to come and this kind of thing. And we had to go out and do paperwork. And I'd walk out the room, knowing exactly what had just happened. I was there holding their hand, and I walk out and I start walking down the hall. It might be 3 a.m, it might be midnight,
Yeah.
might be 5 a.m. and I'll be walking down the hall and I'll see them walking toward me. And, you know, I was younger then and I just like stopped, like, what's going on here? I would just like stop in the middle of the hall. And then they were gone. they were gone. But
So-
I will never ever say I didn't see it because I know I did.
You know what you saw. So
No,
I have
I
a question. So when you see them, like the person out in the road, do you think that residual, like that was the energy mark print
Well-
left behind, or
Well, yes, most likely. But see, back when I first started doing it, I'm 60, so it's been a while. I mean, I do it all the time, but I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
the thing is, back we're in the woods. We're way back in the woods, so there wasn't, you know, what they call the jaws of life, where the firemen came out and just ripped the doors off to get people out.
Yeah.
They would come and bust the window, and I'm a little bitty thing, so I was the littlest in the bunch. So I'd crawl through the window. They would pass me the backboard, and I would strap them on the backboard, and then they'd pull them out. And so I was the one in there stopping the bleeding, you know, doing all that stuff because nobody else could get in the car. So they would finally get them pulled out, and they'd lay them on the ground, you know, on the backboard, and we'd get them ready to. Y'all call it an ambulance, we call it a buggy. But anyway, we'd get them packaged to go to the hospital. But if they were bad enough, they could be declared gone right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just seems like so many that were declared gone right there. I would get out, you know, we had to leave them there till they come get them. You know, we cover them up, and then we wait till the family or whoever comes in the coroner and comes and takes them away. Well, I get up. I've been on my knees, taking care of these people in a ditch, and then once we knew we couldn't do anything else, we'd cover them up, and then we would stand up. We'd walk around, you know, waiting on the people to come get them. And one time I was standing beside the trunk of this totally demolished car. About all that was left was to see when they hit trees around here. They're giant trees, and it's like there's not anything left. And there was the trunk of this car was about all that was left. And I had walked around. This is one of the biggest ones. I walked around the back of the trunk, and one of the guys I worked with was walking around the trunk the other way. And I looked straight down that little bitty blacktop road, and there that person was. I just worked on that person, so I know his face. I know. And so there he was, just walking right down beside me.
Oh, wow.
And it really freaked me out at first because I thought, well, what in the, you know what is going on here? And so, but as I got older, and I've lost a lot of family members, and I lost my son 3 years ago, and you know, as I got older, I've been through some stuff. I have seen that stuff, and so it doesn't scare me. It doesn't scare me at all anymore. I just kind of like say, I hope you have a good trip, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All I say is I hope you have a good trip.
Yeah. Understandable. I remember, I don't know if anybody's seen anything like this. So my old reverend said she said this experience that she's never seen before. She's a nurse at a nursing home, so obviously you see somebody passing away all the time.
All the time. Yes.
All the time. So, and you know, she said you could physically see their spirit leave their body. You know exactly when that time is because you can see it, which is true.
Yes, yes,
you can. Yeah. So anyways, but she said this she's never seen before. I don't remember the whole story, But she said there was a room with the guy that okay, that's fine, Jenny. That's fine. I kind of figured it was something like that. But anyways, she was saying that there was two people in a room, and one was a soldier who was in the part of the Holocaust. And she said he was a real evil man. Basically, he was an asshole. And he even had, like, because they couldn't make him take it down because everybody's allowed to have their own personal belongings there. But he had, like, I don't know, like pictures and newspaper articles and stuff about it hung up on the wall on his side of the room. And she said he was the most evilest, meanest man ever. And she was so angry and upset that his roommate was Jewish, but he couldn't speak.
Oh, Lord.
It was horrible. And she said that he would sit there and talk crap to that guy. I just talking about it makes me want to cry because I can't even imagine being through it. And she was saying that a couple of them try to get him to be able to switch rooms because he wasn't able to talk or move. They thought it was okay. Well, he doesn't know. But she said you could see tears rolling down this guy's eyes. Why this person?
Oh, yeah, they know that.
That's horrible. Like, think about me. I'm a crybaby anyways. So, but anyhow, the part that was leading up to this, she said he should have died like a long time before, but she's like, I swear to God, evil never dies. She said she knew when he passed away because when she walked by his room out of a corner of her eye, she said, I never seen nothing like it. She said she saw these black things come up from the floor, come in and like go over on top of him and like just like take him away. She's like, and they just left. She's like, I've never seen nothing like that. That shows that he was an evil, evil man.
Yep.
Who said this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard dying people that are not good people, and they would be laying there in the bed, almost at death, right before death, and they were screaming. They were screaming, "Don't let them take me! Don't let them take me!"
Oh.
Yep. I have. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen people pass away, and I've had to help a couple people pass away. I have never experienced anything like that, and I'm glad I haven't.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on. I wouldn't want anybody. No, it's just something that I have been with and I have seen all my life, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
No. I just remember her telling me that she has never seen nothing like that ever in her life, and all the years that she worked there. And she's like, that just proves that he was literally pure evil, pure evil.
Evil lives forever.
Yeah, that's what she said. Actually, she said, she's like, and of course that son of a bitch wouldn't die.
That's what even my granny was a midwife, and she was back in the day when they didn't have doctors hardly. Yeah. And she did all these cures and different things, and she would help everybody. And she would always tell me about it. She could literally stop. She said, my daddy said she was using a Bible verse, but she would mumble and I could never understand what she was saying. But she can touch somebody. She could touch somebody that was bleeding and stop the bleeding. And I don't mean, I'm not meaning pushing pressure. I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that she just would touch somebody and the bleeding would stop. Or if they got burned, just mumble something. I mean, I still don't know what she's mumbling, but she would mumble something and they would stop burning. It would just literally stop burning them.
Oh, wow. So, what did she practice a certain tradition, or did she have a certain personality?
No, she went to a regular Baptist church. She claimed in the woods, and they were riding horses and buggies trying to find a doctor. Yeah. And so she was just one of them that did it for the people. Okay. And so when before she died, I begged her to tell me what she was saying. And she told me, she said, I can't. I said, why? And she said, because I promised the person that taught me I would teach another family. Y'all have had me. She said, y'all had me all your life to help y'all. Now I have to tell somebody in another family so that they can help theirs.
Oh, so she can repeat it, but just not in your family line? Is that what it
Right.
was?
Exactly. She could do it to help us, but she wouldn't tell us how she did it.
Oh, do you think
She said
she was worried about she was going to be judged? Do you think that could have been
well,
part of it?
well, what she told me was that the person that helped her and taught her to do it
Yeah.
told her that you can do it in your own family, but you can't tell them how you do it. You have to tell another family member from somewhere else how you did it.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful blessing that was.
Oh, she was
Sounds like she was
amazing.
a faith healer. That's what Rhonda said. It sounds like she was a faith
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that. But she also did medical stuff. She
Yeah.
delivered babies. I don't even think I'm trying to think. I only think there was 1 or 2 babies that she lost delivering.
Oh, wow.
She did it all. And I lost her when my kids were babies.
Mm.
So I kept begging her. I said, tell me what you're doing. And she said, nope, I can't tell you. All I can do is tell someone else and pray for you.
Oh, wow. You know, that's in a way that's kind of sad. I mean, it's great, what she did for her family, but I was just thinking how the way our society is today, we all lost that. We don't, you know what I'm saying? That it's that type of things are not passed down anymore. And if anything was to happen, a lot of us wouldn't know how to survive. Like we don't have that knowledge of different
Yeah,
herbs.
but with my bunch, like I said, I've been out in the woods all my life, and my all my grandparents was raised in the woods.
Yeah.
And I learned so much about how to survive from them.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
But that one thing, and I taught all my kids the same thing, and I'm teaching my grandkids. But the one thing she would not tell me was how she stopped the bleeding and how she stopped the burning with a Bible verse. She said, I can't tell you. She said, I promise that when I learned it, I would do it in my family, and then I would tell somebody else's family how to do it before I died, so that other family would be able to have help.
That's beautiful. That is really beautiful story. I like that a lot. Actually.
Yeah, but I still wish she would have told me.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
I have to when I go out to do a wreck, I have to hold pressure.
Yeah.
I can't just stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure just doing, I think most people that go in that field have some form of empathy. And I think there is a lot of faith healers anyways out there.
Yeah, I feel it.
I mean, maybe we can't stop blood, but we could do things in other ways. So I think most people that are in that field and have to have some kind of empathy and some kind of healing ability to do that in general.
I don't know anything about what you do, and I don't really know about empaths.
Yes.
But I've been called an empath many times, and I mean I seriously, all I do is my job. I don't really. I mean, I feel everything, but I've never labeled myself as an empath.
Yeah, well, that's what an empath is. And I guarantee that anybody that's in here listening, and the reason is all because you're curious, because obviously you have those experiences, and I guarantee most probably are empaths. You know what I'm saying? So you're connected. So this type of topic is interesting because a lot of us have had that kind of experience. It may be different kinds of experiences, but we've all had some kind of experience. So I think everybody's kind of related spiritually that way. At least that's what my belief system is. Everybody's connected somehow, one way or another.
Yeah, I think so too.
Obviously, and especially if you're in that field too, like you medically are taught to so like medically you're taught these are the signs and symptoms to look at to see where they're at, so because you have to give a report or make a report out, right, with this, but your mind also tells you, I think this is going on. They might not show that symptom, but you know, right? Because you worked with them long enough, you start to feel it. You know what's going on.
Yeah, you feel it too. I've had people talk about, I'm from the South and I talk like I'm a hick.
Yeah.
And so I've had people say, talk about, oh, y'all talk like you don't know what, like you didn't even have an education. But when I find them in a ditch, it doesn't bother them what kind of talk I talk.
Yeah, right. I think
No,
I don't know
they're
if you're
glad. They're glad to see me.
So I also I took it over from somebody else, but I also teach past life regression. Okay. And I remember my very first past life the first time I went through past life regression. It's a meditation that we do to get people to connect with their past life. So, and it kind of reminds me of what you just said is actually was my first one. It was my second one. But I went through a past life regression and I saw an old self of myself. And I was a poor, like, country dweller back then. And this was back when the town that they had their very first, like what their little downtown area would have been. They had their first building made out of stone. Like literally it was like that kind of old. And they had like some carts out there, people trying to sell like their goods or whatever. But where I lived was out in the middle of the woods with my family and other people. And we'd have to travel up to this road every day. But I remember where I came from, we were really, really poor. And I remember having to go down this path back and forth. And I had these old ratty shoes on that had holes in them. And I remember that they were given to me because I was barefoot all the time, but the shoes were way too big. But anyhow, I'm going down this path to go get somebody some medicine for somebody. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, boy, they all sit there and make fun of me because I was really old and hunchback and like kids were making fun of me, like hackling at me and stuff when I was leaving. And I remember thinking, boy, for people that talk about me all the time, they sure really want me when they need something for me, like different medicines and how to heal them and take care of them, because I knew how to go get the right mixtures and herbs and stuff. So, and then they're calling me down at where I lived. They're calling me when I showed up. They're like saying something like Angie, Angie. So when I came out of this this meditation and we were sharing our stories, I was saying they kept calling me strange name. I said it wasn't my name that I had. I said, but these people were calling me something. It sounded like kind of like auntie, but they're pronouncing it Angie or something. And the Reverend at the time, she goes, "Oh, Angie?" I said, "Yes, that's what it was." She's like, "That's the way of saying, oh crap, what the hell was it?" It was kind of like the healer of the group, the one everybody looked up to, kind of like the elder type. And I didn't know that. I had no idea. I never even heard that word before. But when I was explaining the story, she knew exactly what I was talking about. It just reminded me what they said was that people are judging you because you're in the South and because you didn't, you have the accent. They must have just assumed that you were lower class, but you actually ended up over there helping them and doing your form of healing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It just reminded me of that story.
I usually save their life.
Yeah. Because you are a different form of healer. You're in you work.
Well, I've also been to college. I mean, I've been to college. All my bunch around here has been to college, but there's a stereotype of if you live in the Southwoods, Arkansas, you're just a dumb hick.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in Arkansas. Where's Dad?
No, that's not where my dad is.
No?
It begins with an A. He lives in Alabama, not Arkansas.
Okay.
She's like, oh, in Arkansas, that's where your dad is. No, that son of a bitch lives in Alabama. Be lucky. I'm a little bitter. Oh, Rhonda said, I've learned more from people in the South than I have from people in the North. Absolutely. I believe that. I do. because we don't have, there's not too much country around here, Literally, the only reason why I know what very minimal of herbs I do is because of herbalists that would say, hey, I went to a festival one time. I absolutely love mugwort. I use it all the time. And actually, I sell mugwort. Now I pick it and sell it. But anyways, I used to buy it wholesale and resell it to people. And some young girl who, lived down in the woods, I was in this festival, and she's like, oh, there's mugwort everywhere here. I'm like, what? What does mugwort look like? And when she pointed out to me, I'm like, that's a weed. She's like, yeah, that weed is mugwort. I'm like, that grows literally everywhere, the side of the road, everywhere. I'm like, oh, that's mugwort, huh? So now I pick it.
Yes.
Little things like that, just like I learned from somebody else. And I get poison ivy every single year because up at my church, I love weed whacking, and I go out barefoot and with no protection on, and I get it all over my body every time. So anyways, we have a lot up at our church, and somebody had said wherever there's where poison ivy grows, and Mother Earth always if something's poisonous, there's always something that can heal it growing somewhere in that vicinity. And she said jewelweed is one of the remedies for poison ivy. And I never knew that. If somebody that was, somebody that knew about herbs didn't tell me that, I never would have known that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I've said, if some of us ended up having to survive on our own, I would have no idea, how to, I wouldn't know those type of things, basically. I'll tell you though, one time with that poison ivy, let me know. I learned what poison ivy looks like real quick. So on the side of our church years ago, I make sure every year now that this stuff is cleared out. So one year we had these ivies growing up. Actually happened every year. These ivies would grow up along the side of the church, up in the front of the building and all around and stuff. And they started burrowing into the siding a little bit. So we were like, oh, it's getting really bad. We're going to have to pull these weeds. And I remember specifically saying, I think that's poison ivy. And the Reverend's like, no, that's not poison ivy. And the other couple people were there like, no, that's not poison ivy. So dummy me said, okay, so while she's pulling it, I had my hands out like this so she could put it in my arms. And don't you know, I broke out horrible poison ivy all up my arms. It was gross. Kathy, I don't know, maybe you remember that. And I had that big, you can't see it now, but in the summer when I get a tan, you can, it'll still show up very little, but yeah, they said no, the poison ivy doesn't grow up inside the building like that. It's on the ground. And I didn't want to argue with them because she is my elder, but I want to say, you hear what you're saying, poison ivy grows
I live in the woods. That's a lie.
Yeah.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not allergic to any of that, but my some of my family is. So I'm the one that usually gets rid of it. So.
I'm very allergic to it, and I'll still pull it to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Most is elephantitis, because when I was a kid, I was so allergic to it, I didn't have to touch it. But every year, walking across the street from the river in the air, I think it was mostly in the fall though.
I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was in the fall or the spring. I don't remember. But anyways, every single year, I didn't break out in a rash, but my face and my hands would swell up, and you couldn't, see my eyes or whatever because they were so puffy, it would all close up. And it's because I was allergic to it, and they used to make fun of me and said I had elephantitis. But anyways, I didn't even have to touch it to get affected by it.
Yeah, I got a brother-in-law that's really. All you have to do is burn it, and if he smells the smoke, he's gonna break out.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. So pretty soon I'll be getting poison ivy again.
No, I hope not.
Why do you take care of it if like I mowed down the side? Nobody else does it, but I will. Our parking lot's that small, not that big. It's pretty small, so people end up having to park up and down alongside of the street. Well, we end up having we don't have sidewalks. It's our church is not close to town. It's kind of outskirts, so it looks like an old-fashioned little tiny schoolhouse. But anyways, So the grass grows really high on the side of the road. So I always mow it for people. So if they step out of the car, they don't have to, walk out into the road if they don't need to be with little kids and stuff. So I mow down there, out of courtesy. Not just that, we have a problem with ticks too, but so I mow down there so they don't have to step right dead into the poison ivy. So here's a person that's allergic to poison ivy every single year going down there mowing and weed whacking. just so everybody else don't have to get it. I take one for the team.
Yeah.
I would send Rob.
Huh?
I would send Rob.
Yeah. I sometimes make him come, but not too often. Maybe more long, but
Yeah.
But anyways, now that we've got completely way off the subject.
Yeah, I'll drop off. I love y'all. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Joy, for coming up. If you have any more stories, definitely come on back. So, Kathy, do you remember that time we decided to make a birthday cake for your mama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The candles
What happened? Huh?
Yeah, the candles.
Yeah, we all decided to sing happy birthday, and we oh, let's see if she'll blow out the candles. And we all kind of took a step back, and then I'll never forget that. That was probably one of the most amazing things I have ever seen, ever.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was very cool. That was very cool. Out? No, they didn't blow out, but you have all the candles lit.
Yeah, and then it all blows.
And all of them went, somebody went, and every single candle went backwards.
Oh, no
and
kidding.
it was right there on the stove. And when we said it, we all stepped back. So a couple of us were standing over there by the sink over here, and then a couple of people were right in here, but nobody was right up next to the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No, that was cool. That was very cool experience.
Yeah. Did Ayana tell you what happened to me the other day?
Mm-mm.
I was cleaning out my storage and I got a snap from Holly. It was pure black.
Really?
And I called Ayana.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. Mm.
So I called Ayana. I was like, "You're not going to believe this." She's like, "What?" I said, "I got a snap from Holly." She's like, "What was it?" I was like, "It was 1 second. It was just black."
Oh, wow. Well, that's her way of letting you know. She's saying hi.
Yep. So, of course, my first reaction was to call Ayana and tell her.
Yeah, because I remember, I don't know if you're on here when we said this one week that right after Holly passed away, well, it was a couple months later, it was Mia's birthday party. I think you were at that birthday party down at her father's house, and they had the little pool. They had that makeshift pool. I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I remember, and I think that might have been her third birthday. I think it was her third birthday.
Yeah, second or third.
Yeah, and I remember she was insisting. Holly was there watching her play in the pool, and she said, no, she was standing by the truck, but she was insistent Holly was there watching her. Because she kept saying, because we said, gosh, it would have been nice if Holly was here for her birthday. And Auntie Holly was here. And we're like, no. She's like, yes, she was. She was standing by the truck watching us go swimming. Yep.
Yeah, because they can see that. We can't.
Yeah, absolutely. Kids are definitely more opened.
Yep.
And I know that when the older you get, at least from my personal experience, spirit that I see when I was younger is different than how I envision them and see them now too.
Yeah.
And I still don't see faces that well. Faces scare me. I don't know why. And they really do stay this far off the floor. I don't know why either. Well, they said it's because they're the different levels or whatever.
Yeah.
The different realms is higher. So I've never seen a spirit stand. Only that one time that I see feet. But usually, and the last time I seen a very clear spirit was here that year that we had that freak snowstorm around Halloween time. Remember that? And we lost all the power. And we still had the kids, which is unusual because usually the type of yeah, let's all camp out in the living room. But for some reason, everybody was in their own rooms.
Yep.
Oh, see, my picture's blurry again. Hold on. All right, let me fix that. That happens sometime when spirit comes in. Let me know if that clears up. Did it clear up?
A little bit. Now it's back.
Is it back again?
A little bit.
Yeah, it happens whenever I connect with anything or or talk about spirit. Hold on, let me go like this.
So who's here with you?
It's probably Holly coming through.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, and that's could have been why. Yep, that had happened.
Yeah, it was funny because I was sitting there. I jumped in the van because it was boring, and then all of a sudden I went on Snap, and it said from Holly. I'm like, what? So I opened it, and it was a black picture, and you know how they usually last for 3 or more? No, it was like 1 second, black, and then gone.
Yeah, that was her way of communicating.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
How the spirit is with you. That's why you go blurry.
No, before that. That's what sidetracked me. Squirrel.
I'm a blonde too, remember that.
You used to be, not no more.
I know.
Now you got dark hair just like your mama.
I know. I'm looking exactly like her.
You do. You look like just like her. You notice as soon as
Better.
it is better. It's still not that good though.
Better than it was.
Oh, that's horrible. That's a horrible quality. Well, like for me, it doesn't look bad. But hold on.
Holly, cut it out.
It don't look bad over here.
Do I look fine now?
Much better. But
Yeah, my mother showed me a picture and it looked okay. That's better. The quality of the camera is not that perfect, anyways. Like from my end, it looks beautiful, but if you see it, like let me see on my phone, it doesn't look that great.
it's really good now.
Does it? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
like a little distorted.
Yeah. It happens anytime I start talking about spirit. Oh, I remember what I was saying. So, that night when we lost power and there was no lights in the house, and Amy, she was little at the time, obviously, and she comes in the room and she's scared and she's like, mommy, I keep hearing my name getting called, can I come lay down in bed with you? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm afraid of the dark. Everybody knows this because what happens in the dark, you see spirit. All right, I don't care if I see it during the day. I don't want to see that when I'm trying to sleep. So it scares the shit out of me. It's a fear since I was a little kid. At night, well, I don't know if other people, but I even saw spirit when I was a kid. So I was always afraid to open my eyes because I would know somebody's in the room with me.
Right.
So to this day, that fear is still in my brain. So anyhow, and she tells me the next day that every time she heard her name getting called and she's come in my room and it was sound like it was coming from my room. So when she closer she got to my room, it seemed to be getting louder and louder and somebody was calling her name. But anyhow, I didn't tell her this because she was little, but I'm like, go ahead, lay down with me. But when I tell her to come lay down with me, I like half opened up my eyes while I opened them up for a second. Standing right behind her was a spirit. The clearest thing that I've ever seen. I swear to God, it looked like something you would have seen on TV, that type of ghost, but you couldn't see the eyes. Okay. Scared the living bejesus out of me. And I was like, and I didn't open my eyes for the rest of the night. I had to pee. I couldn't go pee. I just laid there into the, terrified. I'd never seen nothing that pure, that clear in my life. It was scary looking. And I knew it was a woman. I knew they had a dress on. I knew they were short with curly hair. So, but for that 1 second, I got enough image. And then that was the end of it. Scared the hell out of me. Oh, God. I literally, it looked like something from like from a horror film, that like a ghost movie from the old fashioned woman. You can't see their eyes, but you can see every other detail in them. That's exactly what it looked like. Yep. Scared the hell out of me. But I always wondered if that was my grandmother or my her twin sister that passed away, because they were about the same height and everything and the same hairstyle. Would have been my grandmother, because my grandma was the one that wore the short little dresses, and she was older, but she still wore like the 50s old fashioned style little dresses that were too short above the knees back then. Yeah, she worked in the factory, still wore that. But anyhow, and that's what this person was kind of wearing, but with an apron.
Right.
And grandma would wear an apron all the time she was baking. But I did not keep my eyes open long enough to see if it was my grandma. Just in my brain, I hope it was my grandma, so it didn't make it as scary.
Probably was.
I mean, it scared the hell out of me. And I'm wondering if I seen it that clearly because it was just pitch black. There was no light at all. No light. No hue from the TV, no street light, no nothing. It was just darkness.
Jennifer said that would scare me too.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that would scare somebody else too.
Yeah.
Very scary. But but besides that, I don't usually see spirit that clearly.
Right.
I don't. They're more like a silhouette. And a lot of times, if I know there's spirit around, how can I describe it? Like the area, the air shifts. I don't know, like a switch goes off. And everything in their room looks the same, but different at the same time. I really can't describe what it looks like.
Right.
I don't know. It's almost like if there's a haze in the room, but it's not a haze either.
You're on a different realm.
Yeah, I don't know. Just sometimes it's just a snap of a finger and I'm like, oh, there's spirit here because everything looks completely different. And then if I do see spirit, it kind of looks like, you ever see fog outside? That fog, that's what spirit looks like to me.
I see like shadows.
Huh?
I see shadows.
Yeah, which is very
Once
common.
in a while, I can see the person, but not usually.
Yeah. But if somebody wants to fully show themselves, like that time I saw that, which I think might have been my grandmother, because she would like play at my feet and stuff in my room at night. But do you know how much that energy that has to take to be able to show themselves? Like that takes a lot of power and energy. That's why
you can't always see them clear.
Yeah, that's why you can't see them clear. So, that's why we say to us paranormal people that, our batteries will drain and our equipment very quickly. Or it could be dies, like the camera will seem like it's dead. And as soon as you leave that area, all of a sudden it starts working again. That sucks up and takes up a whole lot of energy. But there was nothing on for them to suck up energy out of. That time I seen it that clearly. So they must have took every little ounce of whatever they had. There was no power in that town at all for like a week. Yeah.
Jennifer said I feel a cool tingle across my skin.
Yeah. So that makes sense, Jen, because all right. So a lot of times when you hear people talking about spirit and their loved ones, just me talking about it, I could tell like there's a bunch of like spirit coming in the room. That happens because they're like, oh, are you going to notice me? And they all come in. Like, honestly, that's how it happens sometimes. But anyhow, if you hear somebody talking about spirit and it makes you think about spirit or experiences that you have, a lot of times that opens up your third eye even more. So then just on us talking about it gets your brain kicking a little bit. And that's why all of a sudden you start feel like there's spirit around you. Spirit's already there. It's already still around you. It's just that you're opened up your third eye to be able to connect with it a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I can feel it anyways because I always get a headache right here. Right here. I get it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense that she would feel, she says she feels a cool tingling across the skin. It's because we're talking about it. She talked about experiences she had and stuff. So it's naturally opening up your chakras and your third eye and whatever. And so those things you're going to notice what's around you even more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So just talking about it, you might have a dream tonight. You might
probably will.
Yeah. And a lot of times that's why we have dreams, because they'll say, why does my loved ones come to me in dreams and I can't see them when I'm awake? Because you could. Oh, my daughter's crying. I mean, she just watched some show that made her sad.
That movie she won.
Yeah, he's here. Can you hear? That was horrible. My daughter, when she watches TV, it's funny. I shouldn't laugh at her. People, you watch a movie and you're sad and you cry, she wails very loudly.
I have a heart.
She said, because I have a heart. They just killed a little boy.
Yeah.
In that movie you wanted to watch?
Yeah.
Do you know I'm on live and every single person can hear you?
Oh well.
Oh well.
Never watched the boy in the striped pajamas. It will ruin you.
Boy in the striped pajamas?
Yeah, she said never. It's about the Holocaust. And Amy thinks in her past life she was in the Holocaust.
Oh, Rhonda said she'll make you send you another clown to make you feel better.
Amy has a evil look out of the eye right now, like bleep, bleep, bleep. She's not gonna say it because I'm live.
I don't need clowns right now.
She said I'm having a mental breakdown. She don't need clowns right now.
Did you see what Rhonda said about her third eye?
No. Wait, hold on.
I just gave myself a headache.
I'm sure you did because you, Amy, your whole face broke out in hives.
So sad.
Let's say hi to cousin Kathy. Come here, say hi.
No.
I'm only talking to cousin Kathy. Nobody else can see you. See?
Hi.
Hi.
No, I look like fucking my boyfriend died.
Yeah, you do.
I know. It was so sad. No.
I knew he was talking about
Honey, but I'm
here.
live. You can tell me about it later, okay?
It was horrible.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to hug?
Why do you watch the Holocaust movies if that's what's going to happen?
People were talking about it.
Dixie said
Aw.
poor thing.
No, she's very empathic too. She really is. She can see spirit also. So she really gets upset about certain things. Like she can truly feel it. And she knows that she was her past life. What do you think that your past life was? You don't want to talk about it right now, you're a little traumatic.
Obviously it's traumatic. I probably went through that.
I'm sorry, Amy.
It's not fun.
Rhonda said she is your daughter, like lot.
We're both a bunch of crybabies. You remember how Ayana used to make fun of us all the time for being how sappy we were? Used to make fun of us for believing in ghosts and stuff. My daughter is just as sappy. My other daughter.
Funny how the tables have turned.
Yeah, just as sappy. Sees spirit now, very empathic, has dreams that come true. Like, see?
Does Mama take the camera
It
off?
takes one to believe.
Yeah, you're right. She said, take the camera off. I'll be right back. Actually,
You should have let me buy it.
I should have let you buy
You shouldn't have let her.
You begged me.
It was so sad.
Is it all over now?
Obviously, it's over. The kid died.
Don't talk about it because I'm going to start crying because I did see it before.
You saw it before?
Yes.
You knew that was gonna happen, and you let me watch it.
You kept begging.
Good night.
I'm gonna go watch SpongeBob or something.
She's going to go watch SpongeBob. I love her. Yeah, for the past couple of days, she's kept saying, can I want to watch this movie. So today she's like, Mom, it's $2.99. Can I go rent the movie? I said, well, I'm going to live. You're going to go rent the movie in your room? She said, yes, I will. Well, I guess the movie's over now. So that's why she said she's going to go watch SpongeBob, put something happy on. As soon as I heard her crying from a distance, I knew.
Yeah, I heard her.
No, that movie is sad. And I didn't want her to repeat it again because on my live and I ended up turning on my camera with, like splotchy eyes or something. That's definitely an empathic kid. And she's the one that, came in the room and saying her name was getting called. And I even told stories before how she would see in the old house was, that I could say was haunted because there was good and evil there, actual evil. And so when we moved out of there and we moved to this place we're in now, we had to promise her that there was no spirit here. So that time she did see one. She was so mad at me. She's like, you lied to me. You told me there was no ghosts in this house. Well, I was trying to make her feeling happy about, moving and stuff. But
Yeah, she found a lot more here.
yeah. Well, she's just started seeing spirit and stuff again, but she did it for a long time because she was afraid of it because of the bad ones that she used to see when she was younger. That used to scare her. But so maybe someday she'll come up here and talk about her experiences too.
Hopefully.
I can still hear her. Can you hear her still talking in the other room? She's telling her father, it's not funny. That poor girl right now, her eyes are completely swollen. She literally has hives all over her face. That poor, I do feel bad, but the first time we noticed she did that quite a few years ago, we literally thought something was wrong because she gets really into the movies. When she cries, she cries. Oh, let me turn my camera back on. So does anybody else have a story they would like to share? Kathy, do you have any that happens in your house there?
Yeah, like I feel movement on the bed, and
Yeah.
then there's nobody there. And over in the living room, in the one corner, a lot of activity goes off there.
Do you think it's part of that house, or it might be somebody that you know that's connected to you or Leo?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
Because behind us is a big, huge graveyard, and they say it's haunted. And we've been catching things on the camera, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do
I'll
you
have to show
take
you when I
pictures
come up.
around and stuff?
Yeah, we got the camera that monitors the hallway, and as soon as it detects anything, it goes off.
Yeah.
So we've gotten a couple images.
Oh, really? Yeah, I want to see them.
Yeah.
I do. I want to see them. Maybe you should turn the recorder on your phone and ask some questions and see.
Yeah, I might have to.
Oh, I've spoken on camera. I forgot. Let me put it out. I forgot I turned it on. I listened.
I'm gonna have to go though, because he's gonna be coming in with the dog.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna let go of this live. It was pretty quiet tonight, anyways. It was kind of slow tonight.
Yeah.
And I probably go check on Amy, but I'll see you this Sunday.
Yeah. No doubt. All right.
All right. Tell Leo I said hi. He's quiet.
I will.
All right. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Jennifer's got some.
Jennifer?
We're in our old place.
Oh, okay. You can pop back up here if you want, Jen. Did you want to come up real quick before I get off? Or did you want to save it for another time?
Dixie asked if you gave her a hug.
Oh, I did give her a hug. I gave her a big hug. I did. My poor baby girl. I could hear her in there a minute ago telling her father.
Oh, from me.
Oh, from you? No. I'll tell her that hug was from the people in the chat too. That poor girl. I feel so bad for her. Listen, so let me tell you a story that happened to her once. So since she was really little, she was really sensitive about things. So one time she was really upset that we were at a festival. I was mending. Oh, she's in here giving me the stink eye. I'll tell you guys a story another time, but it was very cute.
Wait, no, don't even talk about the tree. Grandma convinced me that tree was alive and felt what I did to it.
No, that's not exactly what happened. That was your version of it. You're little. So she came back from a tree, because we do tell them that the trees are alive and you have to be careful, be careful with them and treat them like you would anything else because they're alive. You teach them that stuff when they're little, so they'll grow up to be empathetic, obviously. Yeah. Oh, Dixie in here is like, give your daughter a hug for me too.
Bye.
She went.
I'm not going on camera.
No, you don't have to go on camera, honey. You don't have to go on camera.
Joy's leaving.
I have a good night. So anyways, so this is very sweet. So she comes back. So we've been telling her this tree's alive. Oh, I remember, because they said it, the place we went to, the festival we went to, they said it was a sacred tree. And so my mother had went for a walk with her and told her how trees are alive and this tree was sacred. So this is how this has happened. So my daughter asked if she can go play by the tree. We said, yeah, go ahead. You go play by the tree. She comes back absolutely devastated. I think she was like 7 or 8 at the time, maybe 9. I don't know, somewhere between 7 and 9. She comes back absolutely devastated with a piece of bark from the tree in her hand, saying she thinks that she hurt the tree, that she hurt this tree and did something to it because a piece of bark fell off. The tree is a couple hundred years old. She was playing with it. A piece of bark fell off. It wasn't that big of a deal. And so us, as horrible people we are, said to her that she had to go put that bark back and apologize for hurting the tree, because she literally thought she hurt the tree. Physically came back upset that she hurt the tree because a piece of bark fell in her hand.
You tell me that they could feel stuff, and then when I hurt the tree, you expect me not to be upset about it?
Yes, you.
Dixie's going, oh no.
Yeah, she was very sensitive when she was younger.
Clearly, I'm still very sensitive.
Yes, you are very. There's nothing wrong with that. You get that from your mama. You do.
You said, wait.
Did you look like this when you watched that movie?
She used to break out in blood.
Oh,
when
yes.
She was young.
Yes.
And crying. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
She said good. That is why I purposely say, they'll say, oh, you have to see this video. I'm like, is it going to make me cry? Because I will refuse to watch it. Commercials have made me cry. Like, I cry very easily. So we have a cemetery behind our house. And so we went for a walk. When we first moved here, we went for a walk with our dog. And Amy took her bike with me, her, and her father, and rode her bike with us. So she wanted to put the bike down while we walked around the cemetery. And so she goes and puts the bike down, and she laid it near some gravestones. And I said, well, ask them to watch your bike for you, because she knows that people that are buried there had crossed over. And obviously she's seen spirit at this time. She was the cutest little kid. So when we went, she left her bike there. We went to say good, leave. I'm like, you gotta go, you gotta go get your bike. She went and got her bike, and she thanked the gravestones for keeping her bike safe.
Now I know that they're never there anyways.
Because she said, no, they could be there. They could be there.
Yeah.
They could be. But yeah, because I told them that. So she was very respectful. She thanked the spirit or the gravestones, I'm not sure what it was, for watching her bike for her. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're such a sweetie. Because I was jokingly said, well, ask them to take care of your bike while you go for a walk with us. And she did. Can you watch my bike for me? And then we came back. She said, thank you for watching my bike.
Why are you making
we
fun of
went
me
home.
for listening to you?
I'm not
I
making fun of
listened to you and you make fun of me.
I'm not making fun
All
of you,
these
sweetie.
times that you're saying, oh, you told me to do that.
No, I did. I'm just saying
There
that
was
you're very sweet. You're
so
a very
many
sweet
times
soul.
in your life, something is going to happen, and years down the road, you're going to think
Yeah.
it was funny.
No, yeah, you are. It's not that it's funny. It's very sweet, and I'm
That's
proud how
funny.
sweet my kid was. Did you really think that? I mean, like, did you see spirit or anything there, or
No.
you just did it out of just to be nice?
I'm gonna tell
You told
even
me
if she
to.
did.
Oh, I didn't tell you to say thank you.
Well, what do you do when somebody does something for you?
You say thank you. You're right. So, anyways, what she said was like, now that I'm older, I know they're not there, and that's because she knows that. I mean, people say that there's haunted graveyards. Do I believe there might be haunted graveyards? Yes. When I first started doing paranormal investigations, did we go investigate every graveyard? Yes, all new people do. Do I think there's spirit at graveyards?
Yeah.
No. Think about it this way.
Why would you
Could
want
there
to?
be spirit at a graveyard? Yes. More if there's history there. If there's history there, then yes, you're more likely to get spirit there. We have gotten audio and photo of spirit at a graveyard, but there also used to be a church in that land. There also used to be houses behind that land. Now it's just an old graveyard. So that's what I'm saying. There was history there. A normal everyday cemetery, if your loved one is passed away and they're buried there, they're not staying there. They want to stay with their loved ones. Why are they going to stay where their physical vessel was left? You know what I'm saying? So they're not, their soul is not at the cemetery, just their vessel that they lived in while they're here on this plane is at the cemetery. So, but we feel more comfortable that we have. What did you do?
Well, your computer is
making
heating
noise.
up
The fan
because
is.
you've been on it for so long. She thought it was the charger. You hear that? That's
Dixie said
Yeah,
that's
just the fan
correct.
kicked on. It's okay. It's not hot or nothing. Just the fan
Alright.
kicked on. All right. So anyway, what I was saying is that we feel more comfortable because that's where we left our loved one laid to rest, was at a cemetery. But I tell people you don't have to go there to see them, especially if they're far away, because they're with you all the time anyways. So it just, because you get that, if you go to where they are and you physically see and know that their headstone there has their name, it makes you feel that much more connected with them. So then, yes, they are going to show up there. but they also show up at home. They show up at your family dinners. They still show up at your holidays. They're not going to stay where they were buried because they would be lonely. Think about it. They're lonely. Why are they going to stay where there's nobody there? They're going to go right to the people they're connected with.
Well, Gilbert still stays here.
I'd rather haunt a cemetery than my family. Right? We can't pick our blood all the time.
Oh, what about Gilbert? He stays here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gilbert. Well, because he has a connection to this house, so he stays here.
We're best friends.
Yeah.
And you're welcome.
She said we're best friends. Yeah, that's our spirit. They know it's Gilbert, my little man. Well, he's going to be 13 in a week, but he grew up here with him, and he used to talk to him all the time. He was little and see him and play with him and all kinds of stuff. And this is one that we've all seen around here. So that's what Amy's like. He's our friend. She was afraid of him because I remember I said that for a while she stopped seeing spirit. Well, she just recently has again, and she was afraid because she noticed he's around. Oh, hold on. So she noticed that he's around and stuff. So she was trying to get fearful. And I said to her, so when it makes you feel uncomfortable, sit and think about it. Because first she didn't know what she didn't know if it was male, female, good or bad. So I had her think about it. Yes, it's scary when you notice that there's spirit around, but sit and think first, how do they make you feel? Do you feel like it's something bad or not bad? Are you only afraid because you don't know what it is, or are you afraid because they give you a bad vibe? So then she said, no, they don't scare me like that. I don't think they're bad. I said, okay, now sit and think. Do they have masculine? They feel masculine, or do they feel feminine? And she says, I think it might be a guy. And I said, all right, now that you know a guy. And then I walked her through the steps to be able to connect with them to figure out who it is. So she went in a room, figured out who it is. I talked to her, let them know that you don't want to be bothered when you're trying to go to sleep. They can come and visit, but bedtime is off limits type of deal. So that's just a good way for you to be able to connect with something too. When you see a spirit, do you feel it around? Well, think to yourself, is this spirit good or bad? What do I feel? Is it negative or positive? Is it masculine or feminine? Then think to yourself, do you think they're tall or short? And that's what psychics do. You get those images in your head and you break it down. Well, you break it down a lot more when you're first starting out, but you go by those feelings. And then from those feelings, you go by the images, and then it makes it easier and easier each time. So that's how she was able to connect and be able to figure out who she was seeing in the house when she started noticing him again.
Dixie has a question.
Dixie has a question. Let me see. See, I'm not a smoking, but every now and then I smell smoke. My mom was a very heavy smoker. So is this my mom visiting me? Absolutely. 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 And obviously, if you're not a smoker, you don't like to smell of smoke. But like I always say, that's a gift that she's coming through to let you know that she's okay. And since she was a heavy smoker, that is one memory and thought that you have about her, that she always had a cigarette in her hand. I swear my kids are going to say that when I pass away, they're going to imagine me with cigarette in one hand and an iced coffee in the other hand, because literally that's me. That's me. So if that's how your mom was known for, then that is how, that's the easiest way that you'll be able to connect with her.
I'm going to sit on the edge of her bed after I die, so if she feels something sinking on her bed, it's me.
That's why I said earlier, we're going to haunt the hell out of our family.
No more.
Rhonda says she smells. Yeah, it definitely sounds like your mom, Dixie. Yeah, because she's going to come through for you. And that's how you're going to remember her. you know that she was a heavy smoker. So she's like, well, this is going to be an easy connection. This is a quick way to get her to relate, you know. Rhonda says, I smell smoke and I hear.
No, she said that when you die, you'll smell smoke and hear
Ice rattle. Oh, yeah. No, that is so true. That's funny. What's that? What's that ice? It sounds like ice swishing around. Oh, Iris must be here. Smells like stale cigarettes. But anyways, that's why I'm saying, like, really pay attention and don't think that those things are, don't think those are an imagination. Like every once in a while, I swear I get a smell in my grandmother's house. I haven't been in my grandmother's house since I was really little, right? But every once in a while, so I know that's my grandma because I don't know, smells that pay attention to smells. They're significant. And it's easier to pick up a smell than it is to open up your mind sometimes. You know, oh, and that's what I was saying earlier, actually, before we go. I just want to tell you guys this. So a lot of the reason why a lot of times we'll see spirit, our loved ones in a dream and not physically from me to you through here in dreams is because it's easier to connect. All right, it is. And during the day, in our wake self, our brains are busy. They're carrying around. You're paying attention to, you can hear the cars drive by your road. You can hear the TV going on in the background. You can hear the kids, you know, outside playing. So your mind isn't slow enough to be able to always connect. It makes it a little more difficult. And not only that, everybody always says, I wish I could see my family members. But then I sit there and say, well, if you did see them come out in front of you right now, what would happen? Well, it would scare me. Exactly. So they come to you in your dreams where it's like middle ground. It's more even. I mean, I can get more into detail someday on why you see them in your dreams, but it's kind of the even middle ground. You're less to be afraid if you see them, if they've passed on and they're in your dreams, than if you see them spirit physically dead in front of you. Oh, let me tell you the story that once in a while I will smell bread making.
bread baking.
Oh, bread baking. And who do you think that is, Rhonda? Maybe. Oh, I love the smell of fresh bread. Yeah, I want to know who you think that was.
She left for a cigarette, I think. Oh, Dad's mom.
Oh, your dad's mom. Yeah, I know you can tell when your mom's around too. So, I mean, your dad's around too. Your mom's right there in the next room with you.
That would be my dad. Laugh a lot.
Oh, your dad used to bake. Oh, so I went on this kick where I wanted to be really healthy. So I decided I wanted to start making things from scratch instead of always eating processed crap. Okay. And like when my kids were little, if I make homemade macaroni and cheese, they would refuse to eat it because it wasn't real macaroni and cheese because it didn't come from a box. Now they hate the box stuff. My dad would make baked bread every Sunday. Oh, I swear I can imagine that smell. So I decided that I wanted our family to start eating healthier. I mean, look at us. We're a good size. Well, I'm the biggest one in my house, I should say. But anyways, so I decided that I was going to make bread for my family. And so I looked up recipes on how to make sandwich bread, not just bread that, you know, it's too soft to make a sandwich with, you know, you can just use it for, you know, like heat it up with some butter or something. I wanted actual sandwich making bread. So I looked it up and actually it tasted really good, but it was very dense. It was so good though. I'm like, oh, these will make the best homemade sandwiches. My kids and my husband both refused to eat it. My kids told me it wasn't real bread, for one thing. And my husband's like, ew, I don't like this. You want to know why? Because you're used to processed stuff.
The American dream.
The American dream.
Yeah.
But anyways, we've been on here for a couple of hours now. It was pretty quiet tonight. And I kind of figured that because I did go live earlier today. So anyhow, I'm going to try to figure out a schedule so we kind of have a routine start going now that I'm starting to get used to things and going in the swing of things. But I'm going to be here. If anybody wants to know, Thursday morning, I will be on to do oracle readings. I'm not doing tarot. It takes way too long. Even if you call it mini, like I do like 30, 35 readings. I'm on for 5 hours, you know? So it doesn't end up being too many. Some of them do and some don't, but sometimes people really need it. And I'm not going to leave somebody hanging. So anyway, so I think we're going to do oracle readings this time, and I'm going to be start watching out, looking up. I'm going to start doing cards of the day and cards for the month for you, depending what your sign is. What's the difference between oracle and tarot? Hold on, I'll show you. I have so many oracle decks. I'll be right back.
Go in there. Say something.
No.
I thought you were Hi.
I'm behind the camera.
I bet you I brought them in here with me.
Which one?
The oracle deck. Grab me an oracle deck. None of those are oracle. Oh, here they are, right here.
These are oracle. Shamanic healing.
Yeah, I don't think they'll see those ones as good. Yeah, let me see those. All right. Here, I got a couple sets right here. No, that's fine. So I'm gonna show you these. Okay, I have many oracle decks. I think I forgot I bought these, and my mother pointed them out to me a couple weeks ago, so I pulled them out. But I've never used them. I have a habit of buying stuff and then not. I'll say I'll get to it later, never do. These oracle came in yesterday. Okay, I'll show you what they look like. All right, so like these ones, they're all a little bit different. So they have images on them, all right? See, these have images on them, and this is, it's called the Oak Guardian, all right? And now the Oak Guardian gives a message. So it has to do with thresholds, answers, and open-mindedness. So if you had a question, okay, and that would be like the answer to your question. All right, so let me see another one. This one is She of the Woods. It's Celtic, so they have a very Celtic fairy look to them. So like this one says She of the Woods, which has to do with a peace, connection, and home. All right, so she connected to Mother Earth. So that's why she's She of the Woods. That's her connection. That's her home, and that's her peace. That's where she finds peace. Okay, so it's kind of like that. So, and I'll give you another example. But there's all different kinds of oracle cards. So I got like past life oracle cards. I have your chakra oracle cards, messages from different parts of your chakras. All right, this is a shamanic healing cards. Okay, these are a different time of oracle cards, and these one give healing messages. Okay, so let me just pick one right now. Yeah, see, they're all different kinds. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I can't really see too well. The lighting in here is horrible, and these are dark cards. So this is if you had a question or you want to know what's going on. So this is your burden. It's a burden card, and it usually gives like what it is. Okay, so you're like, okay, what's my burden? What can I do to fix it? So I randomly just pick a card, and what does this one say? It says reunion of souls. So that makes sense, reunion of souls. So you have sorrow with your ancestors, and we've been talking about spirit. Okay, so the burden is that the heartbreak that we have to do with our ancestors, because we've been talking about spirit, and this is about connecting with them. It's the reunion of the souls. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? They kind of go like that.
Animal ones.
Yeah, I have animal ones. I have lots. Yeah, like I said, I got ancestor ones. I got past life ones. You want to look at these? But basically, that's how it goes. I also have different affirmation cards that come in. I'm going to put some videos out for your affirmation for the day or your spirit message of affirmation for the day. Different things like that. Some upbeat, positive messages that we all need to hear or tell ourselves every single day. So those are the type of little things I'm going to do. And I'll be posting. That's why I said, like, watch out for that type of stuff. I have an awesome oracle deck that I kind of read like cards because they'll have like names on them, like, well, words on them. So I can't just pull one and get a message from it. I'll have to pull a few. But I'm going to do different things like that. It'll be very cool. It's something different, and it doesn't take as long. It doesn't take long. So it's the same thing as getting a message like you would through tarot, but it's not the same, if that makes sense. It's usually something that you're spiritually going through that you need to hear. Some of them are like I said, positive affirmations. Some of it is the heartbreak that's getting recognized and that you need to heal it. It's like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's something a little different. And then that way it's a lot quicker. And afterwards we can just sit and chit chat if we want, just to get to connect and get to know each other and see what kind of things you guys are looking forward to or like to see in here.
First card she pulls.
First card she pulls.
Sexual energy.
First card my daughter pulls, sexual energy. She's 17.
It had like nothing to do with what I was thinking.
No, probably didn't.
That's what you need to solve.
So anyways, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your night. We've been on here for a couple of hours already. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. I hope you have a great, beautiful night. And I thank you guys for staying here chit-chatting with me. I might have to switch this to a different night so then we can end up getting more people on here. Because I noticed as soon as I started doing, I did it last week and this week, that we got less people at night because of the one I did during the day. But anyways, thank you guys for everybody that showed up. And don't forget, before you leave, please give it a thumbs up, okay? Have a beautiful night, you guys. See you guys soon.